Hello, my name is METİN ARIDAŞIR. This is 101st part of explanation of my theory. Mass is not property of matter. According to my theory and my formulas, mass is not property of matter. 1. Why the mass and density cannot be associated with matter? What are mass and the density associated with? 2. The matter is meta sensation perception matter, MSPM, that I put forth. MSPM is unique, single, indivisible, directly unobservable, no void, no emptiness, quantitatively and qualitatively single, and don't change, cannot be distinguished from anything, and this is the real matter that has intrinsic motion forms. Its intrinsic motion forms and their interactions don't prevent the meta-sensation perception matter's uniqueness and singularity. This singularity has nothing to do with in accepted theories singularity. We cannot squeeze whole meta-sensation perception matter, and we cannot condense or dilute it. 3. Mass and density must be associated with motion. What kind of motions associated with mass and density? Meta-sensation perception intrinsic motions cannot be absolute linear motions. Here, this is meta-sensation perception matter, this emptiness or fullness. There is no emptiness. Then, remember from my former videos, this is ideal motion form. Then, respond of meta-sensation perception matter at the rate of this motion arrow's intensity. Then, meta-sensation perception matters respond, make this motion form reverse, and make this motion form electron motion form. Okay. Meta-sensation perception matters intrinsic motions cannot be absolute linear motions. In meta-sensation perception matter, intrinsically, there is no linear straight line motion. Meta-sensation perception matter's reaction prevent this. This is real motion arrow. Okay. This is motion arrow. This is real motion arrow. Not straight. This meta-sensation perception matters responds, this make these reverse. Okay? Reverse. To the spherical motion forms. Meta-sensation perception matters intrinsic motions cannot be absolute linear motions. If you remember, I have told you before in my former videos, there are motion arrows in meta-sensation perception matter. At the rate of their intensity, meta-sensation perception matter reacts in the opposite direction of these motions, and it makes them reverse as a spherical motion. Then, if these motion forms are free, they start to produce and propagate successive waves. Here, motion arrow, reverse by the effect of meta-sensation perception matter, motion arrow, first cycle at 1,884,000 km per second, then come in again, second, and come in again, third, through the eternity, 2 Vc. 2 plus 1,884,000 km per second. Remember from my former videos. Yes. If these motion forms are free, they start to produce and propagate successive waves. Some of these motion forms make joint motion forms. Then they stay their first cycle and they go on cycling together without producing and propagating successive waves. Yes, now electron-like motion forms are constituent parts of proton, say atoms, neutrons, etc. For each cases, as long as they maintain their cyclical spherical motions, only in these conditions mass emerges on the surface of these cyclical spherical motions. Here there is no mass. Here there is no mass. Mass when electron motion form emerges first time. When electron motion form emerges first time by the effect of response of metasensation perception matter. Mass emerges first time also. When electron motion form emerges first time, at that moment, from that moment on, mass emerges first time. At first cycle, electron motion form. Each point of electron motion form has point mass. Electron motion form has total mass for the first time. This is prerequisite, being spherical electron motion form for emerging mass for the first time. Here there is no mass. If in metasensation perception matter, if in universe there are no electron-like motion forms or there are no electron motion forms, there is no mass also, or neither. Yes. For each cases, as long as they maintain their cyclical spherical motions, only in these conditions mass emerges on the surface of these cyclical spherical motions. Yes. Remember, I have put forth some formulas for mass of electron motion forms. Here, I hope you see. You can see from my former videos. This is MC, this is MLC. Okay, for 2 point in the direction of C, speed of light, MC formulas. In the direction of linear velocity, MVC, 2 component of mass or masses of electron motion form. But in these 2 different directions, momentum is same. Remember, I have put forth some formulas for mass of electron motion forms from my former videos. I advise you to watch my former videos. 4. Adiabatic medium of first emerged electron motion form. Adiabatic medium of first emerged electron motion form. Here. Check. Now. Yes. First electron motion form. Meta sensation perception matter. Wholly meta sensation perception matter. There is no limit. There is fullness of meta sensation. Here, these lines are only motion lines. Yes, this is electron motion form. Yes. Adiabatic medium of first emerged electron motion form, adiabatic medium. Metasensation perception matter has adiabatic medium also. Of course. Okay. Adiabatic medium of first emerged electron motion form. Metasensation perception matter, whether it is endless and limitless, it has a stable adiabatic medium intrinsically. When a motion arrow reversed and completed its first cycle by the reaction effects of metasensation perception matter, and thus, when the electron motion form emerges first time, from that moment on, electron motion form 2 have an adiabatic medium, or electron motion form have an adiabatic medium also. This adiabatic medium is separated from metasensation perception matter's intrinsic adiabatic medium. Motion form. Okay. This was motion arrow. This is motion arrow. Now axis. Okay. Motion limit, not matter limit, not discrete limit. Motion discreteness. And yes, this adiabatic medium is separated from metasensation perception matter's intrinsic adiabatic medium. But this doesn't degenerate the uniqueness and singularity of metasensation perception matter. There is no limits to make divide metasensation perception matter in itself. Electron motion form spherical motion surface makes opaque the electron motion form, but don't forget, this motion form is not a different discreted matter. I guess, without separated adiabatic medium like electron motion forms from metasensation perception matter, the mass cannot emerge also. I guess without separated adiabatic medium like electron motion forms, I guess without separated adiabatic medium like electron motion forms from metasensation perception matter, the mass cannot emerge also. 5. Is this origin of potential difference? Question is whether there are a kind of pressure difference between electron motion forms medium and metasensation perception matter medium. Okay, from now on, opaque, part of metasensation perception matter, electron motion form inside part of metasensation perception matter, outside of metasensation perception matter, and wholly, you cannot see directly, wholly metasensation perception matter. These lines, these circular lines or straight lines that I draw, don't divide the metasensation perception matter. Metasensation perception matter. Okay? Okay. Yes. Here. Again. Different one. Adiabatic. Electron motion form. Metasensation perception matter. Yes. Electron motion, adiabatic, metasensation perception matter. Yes. Is this origin of potential difference? Question is whether there are a kind of pressure difference between electron motion force medium and metasensation perception medium. I guess there are a kind of pressure, say tension difference between electron motion forms mediums and metasensation perception medium. There are tension difference between different size wavelength electron motion forms also. Yes, this is wavelength of metasensation, wavelength of electron motion form. There are different sized electron motion forms. Okay, lambda n1, lambda n2, lambda n3, etc. Okay. There are tension difference between different size wavelength electron motion forms also, and different metasensation perception methods, adiabatic tensions. Tension. Yes, yes. I don't want to confuse your mind now. There are tension difference between different size wavelength electron motion forms also, and here smaller lambda n